Okay, welcome to this session. Actually, this session came as an outcome of Q&A, last one. And we started about a month and a half ago going through different centers. And we did the first center, we did the second center, we did the third center, which is a power in. And we worked a little bit on that. Then we went to the heart. And then when we were at heart center and working on the heart center, which we did 2 weeks ago, what came back was that you have to go back to the power because we are still giving power away. And so working to the other centers above the what is called the solar plexus becomes more effective if the lower centers, or especially your power center, is in proper place. Okay, so that was one of the reasons to do that. And there's a very specific process that the creator of Biofield Tuning has set up, which is called Sundial, and I'll explain the process. But before that, we'll get into, again, we repeat the story of power, giving power away, and then you're going to work in this session to recover that power back. So that's the agenda of today. So we will actually do primarily two things. We will go deeper into understanding where do you give your power away, and then we will use the tuning fork to recover that power back into your third center, and then, of course, open up at the end for a Q&A. Okay, so let's get back into the recovering power. So now, there are many ways that people give away power. You give away power to events, you give away power to circumstances, and also to people. And one way is to allowing external events to dictate their emotions and feelings to you. And for example, if something negative happens, a person might allow themselves to become overwhelmed by that situation, sadness, anger, rather than taking control of the emotion. They respond to that situation, and then it becomes habituated, and then you are into that place. Okay, and other way is that you you give so much power to an external event that that their actions are dictating you, which means that it's no more about you, but it's about others that are dictating you. And so you do the same with people. Okay, uh, and and the thing is, the outcome of that is uh, you you become like a victim of your circumstances that has been because of you allowed events or people to dictate their thoughts, feelings, and action onto you. And most of the time, this is done very early in your age. Most of the time, it's done when you're too young to be able to have your what we call self energy, which makes you reason to say that, well, this is not what I am able to do. I can keep my power or not. Okay, and then it becomes part of your being, and then it is in your system. Okay, so but when you sit here now, and you can almost go back and reflect and look at what you do in your day-to-day life. Where do you give your power away, into people or into events or situations? Okay, so what I want you to do, and I already sent out this before, and if you have done it, good. If you haven't, it's okay. It's your time to revisit. Write down so take a piece of paper and write 3 to 5 names of people who, who affect you most. Just take 3 to 5 names. People who affect you most, which means they bring an effect in you, impact in you. Either thinking about them or being in their company, either way. Just write their names on the left side. 3 to 5 names that most affected for you. And in front of each of the name, just write a small sentence about how are you impacted by this person? Just a short sentence. And then, in front of that sentence, if you can write an emotion you feel when they do that. So it could be a grudge, anger, shame, guilt, anything. Just write an emotion that you feel in front of the name of a person and how they affect you. How do you feel when they do that? When they do something that affects you. Okay, you got it. So now you have between 3 to 5 names, how they affect you, and what emotion you feel when that effect is on you. Now, continue on the paper. Write down between 2 or 3 situations in your life, currently, you can say now, where you feel powerless, that you have no power. Situations. A short sentence to describe the situation. Because inside you, you know what it is. It's just a reminder. And we are talking about the top 2, 3 situations. And again, what emotions do you feel in each of that situation? Fear, frustration, helplessness, anger. Okay, you got it. So this is to prepare your conscious mind, but then we'll get into deeper when we do the next process. So now before getting into the process itself and running it, I want to give you a bit of explanation so your conscious mind knows what we are going to do and so you participate differently in the sundial process. Okay? So you remember this is about sound healing. So we are a torus. So we have a north pole and the south pole. So plus minus, and your biofield or your magnetic field is all around you in this kind of torus, right? So when we start any of the session, you will just be in a comfortable position. Okay, you can lie down, you can sit comfortably, and you will do with me a specific breathing. Okay, the breathing is you take your breath into through your mouth, through your nose, and you fill your belly, and when you breathe out, you breathe from your mouth out, and you breathe all of it out. Okay, and it's a very loud, very strong action. So, okay, sometime I will also do a sigh when it's very strong. Okay, so you will hear me do. You just follow it with me when you hear me do that, right? Now, what we are going to do different in this session versus others is the following. We are going to do what is called sundial. So sundial, sundial, it goes like this from 6 around and to 6, okay? So we will start 6 o'clock, which is your bottom below your feet, okay? The place just below your feet, that's 6 o'clock. And the center of the sundial is your solar plexus, which is the third center, okay? So I'm going to work from each of the clock sundial, so 6 o'clock, I'm going to work and release everything which is stuck there and bring it into the solar plexus and then to release it out from solar plexus. So you're going to do that. So you'll hear tuning fork going up and down, up and down, up and down. There's no ear or anything in this, just, and I'm going to call out what we are working on. So we start on the 6 o'clock right side. I know it's on the wrong side of the, I could not find any other sundial with the others around, but we will start on the right side. So we go 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and you go around like a clock and up to 6 o'clock back again. So we'll start from obstacles and taking steps in your life, then overdoing, overthinking, 7 o'clock, guilt, shame, lower self-esteem, 8 o'clock, anger, relationship with father, 9 o'clock, ignoring the heart and overdoing, 10 o'clock, and then we'll go all the way up to the 12 o'clock, which is here, and then we'll turn around and go to the left side, which is going to unexpressed emotion and truth, sadness, grief, loss, powerlessness with mother, frustration, disappointments, unmet needs, and stuck in a toxic situation. So we'll come all around back to 6 o'clock, back to bottom. Okay. And every time I will tell you what we are working on. I'm at 6 o'clock. And what you have to think about is whatever comes up at that moment for you. An event, a situation, or anything where you feel you lost your power, give your power away. And you just bring it into your awareness. You will go into a situation, breathe together with me, and we will keep using the tuning fork to release. Okay? Right? Done? We're okay? Right? Okay, here we go. So now what I want you to do is to take a moment. Okay? I'm going to go back to this one. Take a moment and just center yourself. Be in a comfortable position. You can sit down. You can lie down if you want to be. And just think about a wish you want for yourself. What do you want? And connect to this wish. And even shout it out loudly in your mind so that every cell of your body hears it. And we are going to begin. In about a moment, I'm going to change my microphone and I'll be with you. So connect to your affirmation and relax. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to start by opening the center below your feet and on top of the head. And in this session, we also open the solar plexus, both sides, front and back. So I'm going to do that before we start. So there we go. So first we open the center below the feet, and then we open the center above the head. So I'm just below your feet, opening the center below the feet. Take a breath. Take another breath. I'm going to ground you. So I'm going to go to the top of the head. Take a breath. And now I'm pointing to the head, so open the channel from top of the head down through your backbone into the feet. Take a breath. So now I'm on top of your solar plexus. I'm just opening that channel here on the top. Take a breath. Now I'm going to the back of your solar plexus, behind your back, turning you around. You don't need to turn, just stay where you are. And I'm going to open the back side as well. Take a breath. Okay, so now we're ready. So I'm going to start at 6 o'clock, so just below your feet. So I'm going to bring in anything which is obstacles and which stop you from taking next steps, those energies into the solar plexus. So I'm going to start from 6 o'clock into the solar plexus. Here we go. So anything that comes up, whatever comes up, bring it up and breathe. So whatever came in, I'm going to release it out from the solar plexus. Now I'm going to go to 7 o'clock. So overdoing, overthinking, being guilty. A lot of resistance coming in. Take a breath. Release any fear that comes up. Take a breath. I'm changing the tuning fork. Continue. Going back to the other one. Whatever has come up, releasing it out. Okay, going to 8 o'clock. So guilt, shame, low self-esteem. Anything that brings you that, just think about it and go to there. Here we go. Take a breath. If you feel like releasing, okay. Now I'm going to release it out. Now come to 9 o'clock. So this is right side 9 o'clock. This is where anger and relationship with father. Okay, so a lot of resistance. Take a breath and release. Yeah, good. Okay, I'm going to release it out. Take a breath. Okay, we go to 10 o'clock. Ignoring your heart and overdoing. There's a lot of resistance coming in. Take a breath. Now you're going to release. There's some resistance to release. I'm going to use another tuning fork just to clear it away. Okay, so we go to 11 o'clock, which is not being heard, argue and fight. So we are on the right side, on the throat center basically. So 11 o'clock. Okay, we're going to release whatever we collected. Now, situations where you have been regretting or staying in the past. So we are at 12 o'clock, top of the head, and moving into the solar plexus. So bring everything, which is where you regret and you stay in the past. Take a breath. Need some other work. I'm taking another tuning fork. Take a breath. Staying in the past. Yeah, good. So I'm going to release it now. Take a breath. Okay, so now we are coming on the left side. So we come to 1 o'clock, which is all the unexpressed emotions and truth that you wanted to say, that you could not say. Okay, much better. Take a breath. Oh, yeah. Released. So I will release it out. Okay, we go to now 2 o'clock, which is where you hold sadness, grief, and losses. So all the sadness, grief, and losses that keep you powerless. going to release it out. Just relax a bit. And we are going to go to 3 o'clock. This is powerlessness with mother. Relationship with mother, a mother-like figure. Take a breath. Now we're going to release. Okay, good. Go to 4 o'clock, frustration and disappointments. Any form. Whatever comes up, release. Okay, 5 o'clock. Unmet needs. Sense of security. release. At 6 o'clock, stuck in a toxic situation. Whatever is coming up, release. Okay, I'm going to release this out. Okay, relax. I'm just going to close and allow the body to process whatever it has released over the next 48 hours. So I'm just going to seal it up, close it up. Take a breath. And surround you in a cocoon of 528 hertz. Now take a moment to relax, stay in a quiet place.